Hey everyone, I'm Erik, and in this episode of Decoded, I'm taking a look at Hyperx Pulsefire gaming mice. When it comes to PC gaming accessories, one of the most important and often pricey items you need to own is a mouse. But what if you're looking to get a gaming mouse for under $50? Well, I had a chance to check out two sub-$50 gaming mice, the Hyperx Pulsefire Core and the Pulsefire FPS Pro, as well as the Hyperx Fury S Speed Edition Extra Large Pro Gaming Mousepad. Here are my impressions. First up, let's take a look at the Pulsefire Core RGB wired gaming mouse. This mouse has an MSRP of $29.99, and as you might expect, it's a pretty straightforward option. If you want simplicity, essential features, some minimal customization options, and a comfortable design all for less than $30, well, this is the mouse for you. If you want bells and whistles, you might want to go check out some other options. The Pulsefire Core sports simple RGB lighting, just that Hyperx logo there, nothing too flashy. It's got 7 programmable buttons, a braided cord, extra large mouse skates so it glides smooth across your mouse pad, and it features a rounded shape that fits really well into the palm of your hand. In using this mouse, the thing that stands out most to me is the optical sensor that offers up to 6200 DPI. Why is that significant? Well, the higher the DPI, or dots per inch, the more sensitive the mouse sensor is, meaning the further the on-screen correlate moves when you move your mouse. Basically, the higher DPI, the faster and more sensitive your mouse. So how does this one stack up? Well, your average $15 general use mouse is probably about 1000 DPI, so 6200 is a pretty big step up. Although many gaming mice offer double and triple the DPI of the Pulsefire Core. So is higher DPI better? Well, that's a matter of preference. I like a really fast mouse, like the Pulsefire Surge, but many people prefer a mouse with a lower DPI. It depends on what you want to use it for. Do you want a super fast twitch movement? Well, then use a super high DPI mouse. Do you want to have more accurate aiming and some allowance for mouse movement? Then go with a more well-rounded mouse just like this one. Of course, if this mouse still feels fast, you can always adjust the DPI as well as other settings like lighting and macros using the Hyperx Ingenuity software. The Hyperx Pulsefire Core RGB wired gaming mouse retails for $29.99, and honestly at that price, I'd be hard-pressed not to recommend it. If you're looking for a solid entry-level gaming mouse, pick this one up. Now let's take a look at the Pulsefire FPS Pro RGB wired gaming mouse. The MSRP on this one is $44.99, and although that's a bit of a step up in cost from the Pulsefire Core, that's still a super reasonable price for what you're getting here. The first thing I noticed when I plugged this mouse in and got my hand on it are these textured rubberized grips on the side and the oversized scroll wheel, which also features the same rubberized texture. This makes for a surprisingly comfortable and functional grip. The oversized scroll wheel along with the Hyperx logo are LED lit, and the mouse looks really sharp. Just like the Pulsefire Core, you can customize the RGB lighting, macros, and buttons. There are 6 buttons on this model using the Hyperx Ingenuity software. This mouse also features onboard memory that allows you to store your customizations. Other features similar to the Pulsefire Core are the braided cord and extra large gliders. Not similar to the Pulsefire Core, though, is the Pulsefire FPS Pro's 16,000 DPI sensor. This is an extremely sensitive and fast mouse, if you want it to be. Again, you have the option to adjust your DPI down to your liking. So, what do I think of the Hyperx Pulsefire FPS Pro? I personally really like the look and feel of this mouse. I found the rugged, textured, rubberized accents to be functionally and visually pleasing. I also really liked the speed of this mouse, and at $44.99, I'd be hard-pressed not to recommend it. I've also got one more bonus item for you today, an item I used throughout my experience with the mice I just talked about. This is the Hyperx Fury S Pro Extra Large Speed Edition Gaming Mousepad, which has an MSRP of $29.99. Fury S, that's wordplay, get it? It's clever. I'm actually pretty stoked on this mousepad, which is honestly not a phrase you really hear people say very often, and I'm actually kind of surprised to be saying it myself. How and why am I stoked on a mousepad? Well, I'll explain. Sure, you could buy a $5 mousepad from Amazon, but you're gonna regret it. When you invest in a mousepad like the Fury S Pro, you'll immediately feel the difference in the performance-tailored surface, the textured non-slip rubber underside, and the seamless anti-fray edges. And of course, the size is a pretty substantial difference as well. This is a mousepad that not only legitimately offers usage benefits, but it's also far more durable than that lame $5 mousepad. Now, the Fury S might look huge, and it is, but don't worry, it comes in 4 sizes. This is the largest size, extra large, which measures about 35 inches by 16 inches. And depending on the size of your workspace and how you want to use it, there's likely a size that will be ideal for you. And luckily, prices scale accordingly. For instance, the small version starts at just $9.99 and it measures about 11 by 9 inches. Personally, I love this mousepad in the extra large size, and here's why. My computer desk is made of rustic wood, which seemed like a great choice at the time, aesthetically speaking, but it's an uneven surface. The wood grains add texture, and there are spaces between the wood slats, and when I laid the Fury S Pro extra large mousepad on my desk, for the first time ever, using a keyboard and mouse on my desk suddenly made sense. The Hyperx Fury S Pro Extra Large Speed Edition gaming mousepad retails at $29.99, and at that price it's a bargain. You should grab one. To learn more about the items I just talked about and a ton of other great HyperX products, check out hyperxgaming.com. You can also pick up all of these items right now from GameStop.com and at select GameStop stores. All right, I'm Erik, and I'll see you in the next episode of Decoded.